morning, everyone. I'm a bit tired. As you can see, I slept about 3 hours. I am back here at Dublin Airport roughly a month after last time I was here. I made a video about the waiting times here at Dublin Airport because I had been reading a lot of crazy articles about how busy it was and how a lot of people just missed their flight. One of the articles even stated that some security agents from Cork Airport came here to Dublin to help out. I'm here today, roughly a month later, to see how it's going now. I haven't read a lot about the situation right now in Dublin, so I don't know how it is. It's roughly 4:30 in the morning. My flight's at 6:40, so we'll see how it is, and I'll keep you updated to see how busy that is. Okay, so I'm here at Terminal 1 right now. I have been getting a few questions about what time you should arrive to the airport and which terminal you should fly from. So first off, this is Terminal 1, all the way in the back. I think right there is Terminal 2. Terminal 2 is for all Aer Lingus flights. You know, the national carrier of Ireland. They fly to a lot of US destinations. They have a customs pre-clearance here at Dublin Airport, which is really handy. As well as Emirates and all your US airlines. So if you're flying to the US, definitely fly from Terminal 2. Right there, as you can see, that's Terminal 2. So American Airlines, United Airlines, and what am I forgetting? Yeah, Delta. Those you can use. It looks like I'm gonna have to do a bit of a detour. Because this is closed off. I've never been this way, so let's see. This is starting great. I can hear a lot of shouting upstairs and a lot of people. Okay, there's a staircase. I don't have a lot of luggage, just a handbag, so. Okay, so I think it's pretty clear to say that it's still pretty chaotic. And it doesn't look like it's changed a lot. You can still walk through here and then have to wait to get your boarding pass again. So let's wait in line and hope I can catch me. Thank you. Okay, it is way more chaotic. Last time I was all the way there. Now I'm here between check-in row 405, so yeah, so as you can see, it's total chaos. Total chaos. Someone was letting people through there, but now they're letting people through here. There's even a line for fast track. It's madness. It's worse than last time. I did not expect this, to be honest. As you can see, I'm not at the airport. I'm home. I've been home for a few hours now. Yes, Pepsi, that's my dog. I just took a little nap because I didn't really sleep with that early morning flight. But I'm sorry for abruptly ending the video. Something happened and I just couldn't film anymore and I was panicking. So basically what happened is I was waiting in line to scan my boarding pass, as you could see in the video. And then something happened that I'm actually ashamed of to tell you guys. I have traveled a lot. I have worked in I work in aviation. I have worked at the airport itself. So it's a really embarrassing thing for me to say. But I flew with Ryanair and I forgot to check in. It never ever happened to me, but I was in Dublin to take care of some paperwork, administration, etc., etc. And because of that, I was only there one full day, and I had lunch as well with Emma. I just didn't really think about it. I only checked in for my flight there and not for my flight back, and I just completely forgot about it. So so it's completely my fault. If you're watching this video, you're like, oh, she's so stupid. Yes, I am. I admit that. It never ever happened to me. But and the worst thing is I realized that when I was at the gates to scan my boarding pass. So I'm at the gate to scan my boarding pass, and normally it shows up on your phone. I don't know how it is with other platforms and phones, but if you have an iPhone and you check in, you can put it in your wallet, and whenever you're close to an airport or close to your departure time, it pops up. And didn't see it pop up, so I was like, oh, that's weird. So I opened my phone, I swiped down, didn't see it either. So I go into the app, and I was like, oh. And I was like, oh, I forgot to check in. So I go to check in online, and then it says, sorry, check-in is closed. It closes at a certain time. And at that same time, so my flight was at 6:40 in the morning. I arrived at around 4:30. It was about 5 o'clock when I realized, and not only did my flight not leave at 6:40, it left at 6:25. They had rescheduled my flight without me knowing, because my flight was at 6:40. I'd never had a 6:25 flight to Brussels. And I looked it up, it was 6:40, and for some reason they rescheduled it without me knowing. So that meant I had 1 hour and 25 minutes with the utter and total chaos of making my flight. So what I did then is I went outside. I went to talk to someone. I was like, listen, this happened, can I please just like cut back in line? I know I shouldn't, but I was already waiting for about 30 minutes. Yeah. And he was like, yeah, no, you have to wait again. And then I started to panic. So I called Emma. I was panicking. I went up to the Ryanair counter to check in. The girl there, really big thank you. I don't know who you are. I don't know your name, but you were helping at check-in this morning, and she let me into, well, I didn't have to wait in line. So thank you so much for that. I had to pay 50 euros to check in. That's the most of, I hope, of all this. The people that fly with Ryanair asks you 50. They charge you 50 euros if you want to check in online, at the gate, at the check-in. That's just insane, 50 euros. And then I was like, okay. By then it was like 5:15. I'm like, I'm not gonna make this. And I got Fastlane, which was $12.99. I will talk about that later. So I was waiting in Fastlane. It was not moving at all. So the line itself wasn't moving, but it was pretty short. And once you were like behind, like you scan your boarding pass and you were like behind these glass doors, it was immediately your turn. It took me about 20 minutes, I say, and I had about 30 minutes to make it to my gate. Luckily, I even had some time left, and I was able to buy a bottle of water because I was really thirsty, because I was running through the terminal and even made it to the toilet. So now about the waiting times. So now I'm going to talk about waiting times. I didn't think it was going to be too bad today, because I haven't really read anything bad. The look's okay. I've seen good things. People say, oh, it moves quickly. It was absolute chaos. It was terrible. Please, I will put a link to my video in the description down below. If you have watched it, or if you are gonna watch it now, see those people, double it. So in Terminal 1, you don't have to wait for security. You have to wait for security and to get your boarding pass scanned. So last time, you have check-in row 3, and then you have the boarding pass gates. So I was waiting here last time in check-in row 3, and then the boarding gates. Now there was another queue at check-in row 4. It was absolute chaos. So I suggest, please, for those of you who ask, what time do you arrive? I arrived 2 hours in advance. Did I make my flight? Yes. Even with what happened, Is it worth the stress I went through? No. I know it's not fun waiting in an airport, especially now, but please, it's worse to miss your flight, having to pay extra and wait even longer. So I cannot stress it enough. Please arrive at least 2.5, 3 hours in advance for Terminal 1. Emma is currently mid-air. She's flying to San Francisco from Terminal 2. So I have heard, so I talked to her earlier and asked about her experience. You didn't have to wait to get your boarding pass scanned, and security went smooth, less than 15 minutes. But still, for international flights, especially if you fly to the US, which has pre-customs clearance at the airport in Dublin, I'd say get there 3.5, 4 hours, 3.5, 4 hours, please. I don't want whatever happened to me to happen to any of you. It's not fun. So it was chaos. I didn't get to film the rest, but I was walking to my gate. For those of you who know Terminal 1, across from Boots is a Butler's. There was like a long line last time. Now the line was stretching up next to that cafe you have, like the bar, restaurant, bistro. You can eat, there are drinks. I think it's across from a Guinness, not a Guinness pub, but you can get drinks there. A lot of people drink Guinness in the morning. But yes, I'm finishing my video like this, but please, please, please get on time, because it's worse than last time. I am not kidding you. I had a terrible experience. I'm happy to be home. I'm just gonna relax with my dog now. It's a bank holiday tomorrow, so I'm just gonna relax tomorrow as well. I have time off of work. And I hope I don't have to fly to Dublin anytime soon, because it's terrible. So please be safe and be on time. That's all I can ask you. Thank you for watching this video, and I will be back soon. I will be uploading another video soon about my experience in Six by Nico, which I did yesterday, which is a restaurant. And besides that, I'm just going to work, and my life's going to be pretty uneventful for a while. But if you have questions, comment down below. I can always answer them. I would love to help you out. But yes, 2, 3, 4 hours, 2.5, 3, Terminal 1, 3.5, 4, Terminal 2. Please be on time. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you have a flight soon out of Dublin Airport, have fun, be safe, and get there on time. Thank you so much, guys.